Beekeeping Answers. Continuing our series answering my friends' questions who's imminently beginning beekeeping, as well as yours if you leave them in the comment section down below. How much land do I need to have to support X number of hives? And really, there is no hard, fast rule on this one. Understand that bees are going to fly in a 3-mile circle. So they're generally accepted. Maximum flight is about 1.5 miles. So a single bee can fly 1.5 miles that direction before it kind of runs out of juice and has to refuel itself and then can fly home, right? So that means that you got a 3-mile circle. So you have to consider the environment around you in a 3-mile circle from the location. And generally speaking, if you're in any kind of rural area with any kind of grasslands or trees, you basically have a limitless amount of hives that you can put in any area. A good rule is 10 colonies in any given space, but I would also have you consider what the environment looks like around you. If you're putting them at your home and you have like a neighborhood or something like that, then you would consider that manicured lawns and things like that are just going to provide fewer fuel opportunities. So those are the situations that you might consider fewer colonies being supported in the area. They're going to have to go out farther. But for instance, this whole area where I'm at is all farmland, and it's wooded as well. So there is a variety of species for them to take advantage of for fuel and food storage. I can basically live in a rural space, put as many colonies on any piece of ground that I want to. I mean, maybe if I put like 40 colonies on that one spot, I might start to deplete it, and then we're going to have to go farther out. Really, what you should consider is, for your area, what I suggest people do is when folks are getting into the dearth. So you're going to have a spring bloom, early summer is going to be gangbusters as far as all the stuff that they can eat. And then like high summer, usually there's a cooling effect as far as the growth is concerned. It's definitely not cool outside, but you get what I mean. Fewer things are growing. Are the bees still bringing in food around that time? If they're still bringing in food, then you're cool to add more colonies. If they are not bringing in more food, then it's like, well, we might be at the carrying capacity of the ground during the bad times of the year. And that's important because that's where you're going to get into competition between colonies, and having a whole lot of colonies in a space. Let's say you got 10 colonies in a space like I do, and one of them's not doing very well. The dearth hits, they're not meeting the nutritional needs. They're going to attack that other small colony. Okay. And there are things that we can talk about in a future video about how to mitigate that and keep robbing to a minimum. The easiest answer there, though, is only have strong colonies, right? So manage them and keep them strong. So as far as maximum support, as far as like land is concerned, I say if you're living in a rural area, there's really no limitations. If you have like a rooftop honeybee hive and you live in a more suburban area or urban area, then, that's going to be a little bit more challenging than if you're putting colonies in a big rural area like we are, because basically there's unlimited food out here.